Don't send that risky text. We're back. Welcome to another episode. What have you been up to, Morgan?
Honestly, a lot and a not a lot. We have both started golfing.
Yes.
Which I've actually been just so into. Our father has been lovingly, graciously giving us lessons.
Yes.
And he's just proving to me that I know nothing about golf. But it's like one of those things that's like very humbling.
Oh yeah.
Like golf is just like one moment you could hit the ball perfectly. You're like, oh my gosh, I'm like an expert at this. And then the next one, you like ricochet it off randomly, or you like whiff it, or don't even hit it at all. So it's been good. Like I've really enjoyed trying something new. Supposed to hit some more balls today. So
are you having secret lessons without me?
I guess so. This
is the first that I've hearing of this, and I don't know how to feel about it.
Yeah, no, but the one thing about us is we're competitive, and we're like, we must get good at this. All I want to do is like play around.
I know. I just don't want to be left behind, you know? Like that's my main thing. Like I don't care if I'm the best. I just don't want to be the worst. And like I want to be able to do it too. So I'm a little miffed. I wasn't told about this golf lesson today.
You should talk to Dad about that. He was the one who set me up.
Oh, he initiated it.
Yes, he initiated it.
Wow. Okay. We got some words to have when I get home.
Yeah. No. You're happy to join, but
Am I welcome to join? Because I don't feel very welcomed.
Yeah, no, I don't know. You ask him. You talk to him about it. It's not my doing. I figured he might have brought that up to you, but yeah.
No, news to me. That's fine. I'll just practice on my own. Catch me at the range by myself every day this week. No, but see, the problem with that is like I don't want to practice doing things wrong.
Yes.
You know, that's the benefit of having him there, because literally I think I'm doing something right, and then he's still like, no, you're still not doing it right. And I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah, even when you hit it like perfectly, like the one time you hit it well, and he's like, so you're so close. And I'm like, all right. Just tell me I'm doing everything wrong. Like, it's okay. But that's just him. He's just so like straightforward. He's like, wrong. Like the first lesson I took with him, and Mom literally had to tell him to like cool it. Because I was hitting it all wonky, and he was like, you forgot everything I just taught you. And Mom looks at him and she was like, this is her first lesson. Like this was like 30 minutes in, like chill. Like it's just... But that, you know, he'll always tell you exactly.
Yeah, he'll give it to you straight.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. But
no, I do too. I mean, I've never liked the coaches that were, I mean, I didn't really have any that were like that. But I guess like coaches that were like softer with me, I was like, just like give it to me straight. Mm-hmm. What am I doing wrong? Like if I do bad, I know I did bad. So you might as well just tell me like.
Yeah, don't blow smoke.
Yeah, that sucked. It's okay. I've had coaches tell me that sucked. And I've been like, you know what? Yes, it did. It did. I'm not going to BS. Like it did suck.
Yeah.
So, if you have any tips, like let me know. And that's why like with this, it's been helpful. He's just like, I mean, and it's nice to do it together. It's like a bonding thing. It's been good.
It's a fun family thing. Even Mom was out there.
I know.
That was fun to see.
Yes. Yeah. Cause you never see her, like I've never seen her really golf before.
No. And she was hitting it.
Yeah, she was. She was whacking some. She was like, look at that one. I was like, all right. Went out far. Couldn't be me trying to break past 90 yards out here.
I know. Dad's always like, you just got to make it to 150. I'm like, listen, we're not there yet. We're just trying to make the ball go straight. Then we'll worry about how far it's going.
No, exactly.
Like one at a time.
The 150 is crazy to me because he also keeps reminding me that that my shoulders and my grip is weak. He's like, you have weak hands and you have weak shoulders. So I'm like, well, if I have both of those, how am I supposed to make it freaking 150 yards? Like this is how truthful he is. He's like, we got to work on your grip strength. Got to work on your shoulder strength. He was like, you need to get a ball and just like work on that. Cause he's like, you're not.
That's funny because I think he overestimates how strong I am, because the other day he was like, you are so strong. Like you just need to rip it. And I'm like, I am ripping it, and it's not going 150 yards. So
I know. Well, I think dad I don't know. He always has thought you're strong though, because even with like picking things up, like he forgets when we moved into this house, how many things I carried that were super heavy by myself. I was doing it, carrying it on my back. Like, I'm not that little weakling. Like, but when it comes lately, I guess I would agree with that. But the hand strength too. I'm like, gosh, everyone's making fun of my baby hands. I get no love in these streets for my baby hands.
Yeah, you can't help it that you have the same size hands as my 5th grade daughter.
It's unfair. All right. I was given some random height, and then, I mean, I'm not that tall, but like.
No, I would not call you tall. So you're pretty average.
I'm like 2 inches above average. I am 2 inches above average. I want this noted for the record. 5'4" is the average in America.
She claims 5'6", and I think she's lying.
No, I'm not. Okay, we'll talk to my doctors then, because that's what they wrote down the last couple times I've been. You know, I can't help it.
I haven't seen the papes, so I don't know if I can agree with that.
At the most, at the least, sorry, I should say, I would be like 5'5" and 3/4 at the least. But I'm about 5'6", give or take. Okay.
Sure.
Whatever. I'm taller than mom by a lot, and at her prime. All right. Now we're gonna get in arguing. Feel very strongly about this. I feel very strongly about this. But
well, you like to tell me that I'm lying and I'm 5'8", and I've never been told I'm 5'8".
You're 5'7"
and a half.
And last time we talked, it was 5'7" 3/4.
No. 5'7" and a half is like, that's where they always measure me.
Okay, my bad. I always thought it was 5'7" 3/4. And at that point, I'm like, we might as well round out, because who's saying 5'7" and 3/4 to everybody?
I don't.
That's my point. Why would I go around being like, I'm 5'5" and 3/4? I'm 5'6". Let's just call it what it is. If I'm 5'5" and 3/4.
I didn't know this was such a hot button issue
No,
for you.
anyway.
Man, you were heated.
No, I know. I'm getting a little heated over here. Someone give me a cooling towel. No, but it's like that, and
your baby hands.
And my baby hands and my baby feet. Like, I'm disproportionately, like, my hands to my size and my feet to my size. It's like slightly disproportionate, like Barbie feet, Barbie hands. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from.
God made me this way, okay? I just have to deal with the consequences. But the thing is that, yeah, everyone calls me in our family, like, baby hands. Some of my athletes, when I was, like, coaching, started calling me baby hands.
Oh, so they noticed too.
Yes. No, that's what's worse. Well, there was, like, a joke, and it was talked about like, the family thing, baby hands. And then some of the kids were like, oh, yeah, you do have baby hands. And so then a couple of them were calling me baby hands, which was just like so rude.
Yeah.
The disrespect. Again, no love.
Put some respect on our name, y'all.
Yeah. So these baby hands do a lot.
Yeah.
They're strong.
They can swing a club.
They can swing a club. No more than 90 yards. But
You're working on it.
But we're working. I can only do so much out here with my baby hands. But anyways, other than the golf thing, I did recently go on a date. And I have a second date this Friday.
Okay. You're really keeping secrets from me, because I didn't know about this.
No, I was waiting to drop this on the phone. I'm now withholding secrets.
Surprise attack.
Well, I was like, if I tell you before, I was like, the raw reaction won't be good.
Yeah. Well, how did you meet this person?
On Hinge.
Okay. And when did you go on this date?
Last Friday. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where did you go?
I went to a Mexican restaurant.
Okay.
And it was actually good. I'm like scared with Mexican restaurants.
Yeah, we have very high standards.
So I get like nervous. I mean, I got like carne asada tacos. I did the basic. I was like, they really can't.
I mean, they can.
I mean, they can. But I went with like a safer option. Yeah. I was like, this is overall better. I mean, I'm not going to get like a quesadilla at a Mexican restaurant. That's probably like the safest option you could get. And I was like, I'm not doing that. So I went with that. I'm calling him Gingerbread Man. Oh. Or Gingerbread for short. Okay. Because he's a ginger. If you didn't catch on.
Yeah, I got that.
Yeah. No, but
we call him GB.
GB, yeah. Gingerbread. So Gingerbread over here I think me and my roommate are probably the only people that I know that don't hate ginger men. I think every other person I've ever talked to has been like, they're ugly, they're like whatever, which like, I mean, rude.
That's so rude. You're like
so rude.
cutting yourself off from, I don't know how much the population is. I was going to say a third, but I know they're less than a third.
Yeah, they're like probably baby population. Like, I don't know how many gingers we have running around on this earth, but like probably not a lot. But like, we're probably the only ones that I know that are like, yeah, no, we like ginger men. I'm not like, that's the only type of guy I'll date. Like, I don't really have like a true type, but but yeah, no, he's cute. He's like a sweetie little baby.
Okay.
Yeah, he seems very nice.
I'm sure he is.
I honestly, you know how hard it is to find people that are nice.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Like,
I'm just looking at you with a skeptical eye now because I feel like I've been lied to.
I know. Sorry to keep this from you, but it had to happen this way because of our topic today. But anywho, no, like he actually was so nice. I never give out my information typically for like to get picked up because I just like get nervous. I'm like,
no,
why?
it's like safety.
Why do you want to know where like I live? Like, I don't know.
Not on
like,
a first date. You don't need to pick me up at home. I'll meet you.
But for this one, I did make an exception. I let him pick me up because I was like, I don't know why, but the vibes, I was like, I feel confident. Don't do this. Like, don't be me because then watch them be like a serial killer. But he came, he picked me, he walked to my door. He didn't send
Very
me
respectable.
an I'm here text, which is like what most guys do if they're going to pick me up, which like I never even think of anything about that anymore. I'm just like, oh, they're here. No, he walked to the door. He opened his car door for me every single time. That was actually like wild to me because I don't think I've ever had a guy do that for me ever.
Wow.
So I just think he's like a sweet soul. So, I mean, we'll see.
Okay. All right.
I have no clue if this is my person, but he's nice. So that gives him like major brownie points in my eyes. Being kind is like an underrated quality in people, actually.
Yeah. We need more kindness in the world. Yeah. Less crazies.
Well, it's like the one thing is like looks, whatever, that'll fade, but like kindness is...
Yeah, like who you are deep down in your soul is what matters.
Yeah. And I just like, it would be really nice. We talked about this. I think we talked about it. But like as I'm getting older, it's just like the more I look for, it's just like sweet, someone with like a sweet soul. Because it's like, you know, other things like, yeah, but like personalities wise, I'm like, are you just like a nice person who's going to like look out for me and is going to try and be better for me and like look for things that I like and like buy me things because like, oh, I thought of you, or do errands for me because it's nice for me, like not because of them. I'm like, those are things that like you can't, I mean, money can't buy.
Yeah.
So
yeah, the way people treat you is important.
Yeah,
for sure.
For sure. And it's like, yeah, they could have these other qualities, but like that kindness, like I would kill for someone who's just like so lovingly kind.
So. Okay, well, I guess I'm excited for you or whatever.
Yeah, or whatever. It's all right. Maybe I'll have an update or maybe I won't. We'll find out.
I want to be more updated going forward.
All right. I'll try and be better.
I'm going to throw a hissy fit.
I'll try and be better for you. But here's the thing. This is why I don't like telling family things because like they have to meet a certain standard before I normally bring them up I'm never going to bring a guy home basically if I think he's like not it. Yeah. Like if I meet this man, I will probably have to date him for months before he gets to come home.
Months? Like multiple months? I feel like
months.
Okay. We'll see about that.
Well, here's the thing, because you have to see them, like, you see them, like, what, once a week?
Sure, but like, okay, for maybe, like, a couple weeks, but when things get more serious, yes. If I can spit it out, you spend more time together.
No, that's true. But, like, I would probably have to be dating them for months before I just, like, bring them home. I'm, like, really weird about it, but I feel like most of my friends feel the same way, because I'm, like, bring them home to your family, it's, like, serious. Like, this is like serious.
It's a step.
So it's like, and I also have to approve that they're going to be like family material. I'm like, are you family material? Or are you just like someone I'm like keeping in my life for right now, but like, this is not like a long-term thing.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm not saying that this man may or may not be family material.
I know. I feel like we're putting a lot.
We're not putting pressure on this
right now.
We're not putting a lot of pressure on this. I want to preface that I'm still very single, but like we're seeing this guy.
Yeah.
Maybe it turns out, maybe it doesn't. But like a lot of the guys I've dated in the past, they simply know. Like almost none of them have made it home. They have not passed the test.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Okay. Well, we'll see.
We'll see. What's been up with you though?
Well, last week the kids were home. It was spring break, so things were a little bit more chaotic around the house. But we went to the zoo one day, which was so fun. I freaking love the zoo. I know you do too, because you've got your membership. I know. I was like, I wonder if I can use her membership, but I was like, no, I'm not going to ask. It's probably associated with her like ID or something.
No, it's not. It's literally like a QR code. It's like the most basic thing.
Oh,
and I get discounts on like all the food and stuff there too.
I know. And I bought the girls little toys, but whatever. So the best. I love feeding the giraffes. Like that is my favorite thing. It's like the highlight. Like I love those little giraffes. And there's a new baby giraffe at the zoo named Clover. Adorbs.
So cute. I'm sad
So
because
cute.
last time we were there, it was too cold, so the giraffes
Clover
weren't
was
out.
all of them weren't out. Oh,
I
that's
know.
sad.
None of the animals were out when we went. It was too cold. I mean,
Well,
like
they go now.
I know.
They'd be out.
I need to see the giraffes. I need to see baby Clover.
I know, she's cutie. But it was so cute. She was so concerned because Clover, obviously being the baby, she's like much shorter and could not reach where you feed them. And so she was like, Clover's not getting any food. And she was so worried because all the big giraffes were getting fed and Clover was like off in the corner. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure the zookeepers are taking very good care of her. Yeah. But she was like highly concerned that she wasn't getting any food. And she was also really annoyed, which I also agree with her, that Clover had no banners around the zoo.
Oh no.
Because there recently was a baby pygmy hippo born, Poppy, and there are banners all over the zoo for baby Poppy and nothing acknowledging little Clover. And so Eliana was like, if I worked at the zoo, I would make sure that Clover had a banner.
You know,
and I was like, you know what? You're right, girl. She's so right for that.
So fair. Because, well, and that's crazy is that they've had multiple babies born, not just Clover in the last couple years. I know pygmy hippos, they had that whole moment with like Moo Dang. And so that's why Poppy like was popping off, for lack of a better word. I couldn't think of anything that made me sound so cheesy. But Poppy like really rose to fame really quickly. Plus, the City of Richmond Zoo let you name her.
There was a competition. But like, why can't there be a competition with the baby giraffe? That's just as cute.
I know. She is really cute too, from all the pictures I've seen.
Yeah.
So that does suck.
Yeah, so justice for Clover. But the kids were also obsessed with the capybaras. And I've got a question. Like, who decided that capybaras were like the next hot animal? Because for a while there, it was all about the axolotl and everyone was obsessed with axolotls. Yes. And now it's like everyone's obsessed with capybaras, and they are really cute.
They're
like,
cute.
I get it, they're cute. But like, when did this become the hot new animal that everyone's obsessed with?
It's just because of the capybara TikTok. That's the only reason. Had that song not gone viral, I don't think people would even know what they are.
Yeah.
But that song went viral, and now everyone's
capybara.
That thing,
capybara, 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 capybara.
Yeah, you sing it once,
and it's stuck in your head
for hours.
Yeah. So we had to make 2 loops to see the capybaras, and of course they had to get a little mini capybara stuffy to take home.
Very cute.
Very cute. But yeah, now they're obsessed. They're like watching videos of capybaras all day, every day at home.
At least that's educational, I guess.
It is, and they are like super cute to watch. So I get the fascination, but like Layla is obsessed. She's like, how do I get one of these? Can we have one as a pet? And I'm like, no. She actually looked it up. It's illegal to own a capybara.
Yeah, I was going to say.
In the state of Virginia, so we're safe.
Only in the state of Virginia.
Well,
so
there are
some
states, that will allow you to own one, but apparently we're safe because no capybara ownership in Virginia. So
yeah, they would be miserable at our house anyways. Where are they going? We have 2 dogs. We have 5 fish. Yeah. Do we really need a capybara too?
I mean, we have like enough land. Technically, we have 2 acres, but it's mostly wooded. If we actually had like places to put these animals, like I'd be cool with a bunch of animals. But I know what's gonna happen. They're gonna be in the house. You know,
Tearing things up.
We got no space in the house.
No, that's the problem. And you can't even own livestock on the land. Anywho, but like even if you did, like you were able to. Yeah, like if you had goats or sheep, they're coming inside.
Yeah, the goats would be in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Hanging with me.
Yeah. No, that's my problem is like I truly do. My dream would be to own a farm. Like we've talked about this, like have some land, not like a farm, but like own some land and I would have some animals. Mm-hmm. But I think about it and I'm like, oh, what are they going to do? Sleep outside in a barn? No, I can't let them. I would be so sad.
What if you had like a heated barn?
That's true. But still, then next thing you know, people would be finding me in the middle of the night. I'm like,
just out there with the mini horses or something.
Yes, cuddling them. That's my dream. I'm like, let me cuddle you. Let me just sleep. It's good. Like, yeah, no, it would be me in the hay, like looking cray. But I would love.
Yeah, we'd be in our element though. I would love to have more animals. Same. Maybe one day. We'll see.
Yeah, I just need another piece of land.
Yeah. On another house. MBG.
Yeah.
I've also been super into reading. Like the way I have been tearing through this Throne of Glass series.
Oh, it's so good.
I know that you're like partially through it. I'm on the second to last book now. And these are like not little books. These are like 700 plus page monsters. Like you could attack someone with one of these books. And I've just been flying through them. I am obsessed.
No, literally last year, I've not been reading lately, which is like on me. I've been so into TV, like shows recently. Mm-hmm. It's been really screwing up my book game, which sucks because I literally said my goal this year was 25 books and I've read like 1-2 books this year. So I'm like, I'm so behind. Like 20, I'm probably a solid 5 books behind for my goal this year. But I was reading the series during like up until January and it's so good. It's so immersive. It's like, and also like those like fantasy novels really had like a chokehold on me in the last year. I feel like they've had a chokehold on everybody. Yeah. But they just like kept coming out with new ones. And I just like, it's so easy to like start spiraling. Like once you start loving a character, it's so hard to like let go.
I love a single like standalone book, but it makes me so sad when I get like so immersed and like I love these characters and then I have to put it down and it's like that's the end of their story. Yeah. But a series, like you're in it and you really get to know the characters and like the world that they live in and all of that. So I am a huge fan of a series and this one, it's really good. So if you haven't read it, Throne of Glass series, be prepared to like, it's going to take some time to get through them. Is there 8 books? I think there's 8.
Yeah, it's a deep series. And if you're not into like war and like death, maybe avoid. But because it can get heavy, like really heavy at times. But that being said, it is like it's really easy to like get invested with the characters, and I do love that. I'm also a series girl over a standalone book, but then during the summer, I will say I love a good
like a quick easy romance kind of.
That is definitely my vibe during the summer because it's like you want something you could just like beach read, like read quickly, throw away. Like these like from the Throne of Glass series, like you said, it's like they're thick. Yeah. They're an investment. Like,
yeah. And you have to like pay attention when you're reading them because there's so much information and it is fantasy. So like you have to read what she's talking about or you will not understand because there's just like made up stuff.
Yeah. Tons of made up places, so many names, the people, there's a lot of things that recycle back like earlier in the book. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, like I think I know what's gonna happen or whatever, and then it like comes back books later.
Yes, that is what I love about Sarah Maas is that in the first 2 books she introduces you to like all of these people and you don't see them for a while, and then like here I am in book 7 and they're a part of the story again in such a big way, and I'm like, you are a genius, my girl. Like you thought all of this out before you even wrote the first one.
And she wrote that in high school, didn't she? This series?
I think
what
she
was told.
started. Yeah, I think she started writing it in high school
That's
because it
crazy.
is like a young adult, whatever.
Yeah. But that's crazy to me that she started it in high school because
Yeah,
I was like, these books are so, I mean, they're so intense.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, her world building skills are like insane.
Yeah.
Like, if you just want to pretend you're somewhere else, like, if you want to, like, for me, those books, I love them because I feel like I'm watching TV.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I truly can picture everything that's happening, and then I stop, and then I'm like, oh, I'm not watching, like, a movie. I'm not watching TV. This is a book. But in my head, I'm, like, picturing everything.
Yeah, you're, like, there.
Yeah. It's so good.
So good. So, loving that. I'm deeply invested, like 8 p.m. every night, book time.
I need to get back on it because just to meet my goal, my poor goal.
Well, this summer you will. Like, once you pick up the shorter romance books, those are like quick reads and
Oh, exactly. I
you'll
can be
speed
done
up.
in 2 days.
Yeah.
Like those sort of books, people don't think. I get obsessive when I read. Mm-hmm. Again, talking about like things we get obsessive about, like golf and like books. I will read something so quick. Like I'll stay up late to read. I'm like, oh, next thing you know, it's like really late because I just cannot put a good book down.
Yeah.
So it will be exciting. I do need some like fun light reads. I think my thing, and I think that's why I also stopped, was part of it was because it was getting heavy for me. And I'd been reading only fantasy like for all of winter. And so I was reading a lot of like war and death. Yeah. And at a certain point, you know, I got a little tired of it because I'm just like, it's a little heavy back to back to back. So I need some like light reads. And yeah, this summer with the romance, like I just feel like it hits different. Romance in a summer book. Now I just need to plan a good vacation so I can like just binge read for like 4 days straight with
on the beach.
Yes. No qualms.
It sounds heavenly to me.
Yeah.
And then lastly, the last thing that I've been working on, I've been doing like all of my swimsuit try-ons lately. Let me tell you, I don't care how great you feel about your body. Like there is just something awful about having to try on a bunch of swimsuits.
Yeah.
Like it's humbling. It really cuts you deep. It's like, oh, I didn't realize that fold was there until I put on a bikini and stared at my backside. Like it's rough. And I probably tried on 50 at least swimsuits like in the past couple weeks.
That's a lot.
Because I've done multiple. I did like a whole haul from Target, a whole haul from Amazon. And so I've seen myself in a lot of bathing suits lately.
Yeah, if I could imagine what hell would be like, if I could.
Yes.
It
would be like a 360-degree mirror and you with a stack of teeny bikinis.
Yes. Like, look at that angle. Turn around. Like, yeah, no, that's exactly what I would think. That or like jean shopping. I feel like that's up there too. Jean shopping's like, but I would say like swimsuit shopping, yeah, it's the worst. No one likes it. Swimsuits also are created. Like people were talking about it recently. Like your underwear and your bra, like you look so much better in that because like the material and everything. And then you go into a swimsuit and you're like, why is this digging in to every little, so it's like making my muffin top, like even extra muffin toppy.
Yeah.
It's just so evil. Like, I don't know. Lately it's why I've been liking a good one piece. No joke.
I know. I like went away from one pieces for a little bit because I was like, I don't want to feel like I'm married to a one piece. Like I can still wear a two piece if I want to.
Yes.
But then this year when I tried all these on, I ended up keeping like 2 one pieces and I was like, I love these. They're comfortable. They're cute. I don't know. I'm kind of going back.
More and more, that's just kind of the way I lean because I do love a good, like I like to be tan. I like every ounce of me to be tan. It's from my California ways, okay? I want to be like a crisp brown all over, all right? Especially right now when I'm so pasty. But the one thing about like a one piece is my other one pieces, I feel they like suck me in. They look flattering. The prints are normally cuter for whatever. I don't know. The ones I've been getting, I'm like the prints are cute. The fit is cute. I feel like very darling and like kind of vintage in them. I'm like, throw on like a little hat. I feel like classy when I wear a one piece. And that's not to say like wearing a two piece isn't, but I just feel very classy and like chic in a way.
Yeah.
And lately I've been trying to lean into more like chic style, and I just feel like that just feels right.
Yeah. So maybe this is the summer of the wimpy's, and I'm just going to embrace it and have like the paciest stomach.
Yeah. I mean,
And
like,
just be like, who cares?
who really sees it anyway?
Me.
I mean, you.
Yeah.
Maybe just don't look into a mirror too hard. Well, that's the thing too, and I saw this the other day as well, is like we were not made to look at ourselves as much as we are now.
Yeah.
Like we were not made to like stare at mirrors, look at our cameras, be in video, like do all this stuff. Like people, I imagine, were happier about their appearance and stuff probably, you know, like 50 plus years ago. Why? Like, yeah, they had their insecurities, but they weren't staring at themselves all the time. Is why we're seeing an uptick in like Botox and plastic surgery. No one is meant to be looking at your like at each other that much. Like let it go.
Yeah. So that's been a really fun experience.
Yeah.
But the good news is I have a couple. And then like once you find a really good one, I feel like I don't think about it as much, you know, like I put it on and I go and I'm not like analyzing in the mirror. It's just the experience of like one after another and like taking pictures and video and being like, this is great. I love it.
Yeah. That's rough too.
Yeah.
Well, because also you have people like buying into the content of like what you're wearing. So then you're like,
Yeah. So I have to be excited about it.
extra
And I am like excited to help people try and find things that they love. Like that's why I even bother doing it, because I wouldn't just do it for myself. Like I would not buy 50 swimsuits and try them on for me, myself and I. So that's kind of like what helps me motivate and get through it. But yeah,
It's a rough experience no matter what.
It's rough.
Yeah. No one likes swimsuit try on season. I love the summer.
Yeah.
Love the summer. The thought of like trying on a swimsuit right now.
I know. And then like Target's always like bringing them out in like January. And it's like, I just got through the Christmas season. What fresh hell is this that I have to walk into a Target and see like walls of bikinis?
I know. I put my winter fluff on.
I know.
Leave me alone.
I'm in my sweatshirt season still. Like,
Yeah.
stop it.
Yeah. Swimsuit season. I know. I was thinking about that the other day because I'm like, ew. Like, no. I just want to be wearing my like comfy, cozy outfits. And then in some ways, like I love summer because I've been buying a bunch of sundresses for the spring and things. I'm like, oh, this is getting me excited to be outside. But between the pollen and the thought of swimsuits, I'll stay inside. Thanks. Actually,
you say that for like now.
I know.
Give it another week. Like the sun will come out and it'll be warm again, and you're going to be like, outside time.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I know. Actually, no, I could really use the sun. Like lately, I've been trying to wear like shorter sleeve shirts and stuff because I'm like, just give me the sun. I look so white.
Well, I guess you'll get some during your golf lesson today.
Hopefully. It's cold. I'm about to be layered up. Sweating though like a dog because apparently I like cannot. I don't know. Actually, my Oura ring has been like firing off every time I've been going golfing. It's like you're maxing out your, you know.
I have to take mine off because I grip it too hard and it hurts my fingies.
See, so you're gripping too hard too.
Yeah.
I would say your grip strength is subpar, at least for me.
Or maybe he'd say my hands are just so strong.
I know it's true. He's like, quiet your hands. Quiet what hands? All right. Anyways.
Quiet your mouth.
Yeah. Don't look at me. I'm just trying
But look at me.
Yeah.
I need your help.
I know. No, it's true. It's like one of those things where it's like a kick dog, but you keep coming back for more. You're like,
please, sir, can I have another?
Yeah. He's like, that sucks. Yeah, it did. All right. Give me some more.
I know. Okay. With that, do you have anything else to share? Or you want to just hop in?
We're hopping in.
We're hopping.
2 feet first.
Okay. Why don't you just take it off?
All right. We're talking all the things. So like bringing back to my dating life and dating culture now and all of the things. I mean, I'm okay with stating it. I think everyone knows it. Dating sucks.
Yeah,
Dating
it does.
stinks.
I think it's always sucked, but for some reason, maybe not for some reason. Like, I think we know the reason. For the reason of dating apps, it seems like it sucks way harder now than it used to.
Yeah. It's like, could it get any worse? I mean, probably. But like, I feel like I'm in the depths of hell. Like, and I'm just like clawing my way out. Like, it does feel like a war zone. I'm like, oh, like exactly what am I supposed to do? Like, what text am I supposed to send? What, I don't know. Like the decorum. Where's the decorum?
Yeah, I think all the rules have been kind of thrown out, and people care less about manners.
Yes.
Because of dating apps, like everyone is like expendable. It's like, okay, if that doesn't work out, I've got 10 more girls who I've matched with, so who cares?
Yeah.
And I think that kind of mentality just makes it so much harder.
No, they've gamified dating, which sucks because it is. It's like and people talk about it all the time. People joke. They're like, yeah, I just go on there because it's my fun little game. Like, I just like heart people. And I'm like, okay, yeah, good luck ever finding love that way. But if everyone's doing it, then like no one's finding anybody.
Yeah.
No one's matching with anybody for true, like, altruistic intentions. They're matching because it's like a fun game and they get like endorphins from it, and they're like, ooh, they think like I'm attractive. Like, okay, honestly, if you're going on there just to like hype yourself up, I think we need to seek therapy. That might be a take, but like if you're just going on there for validation only, like that's a terrible reason to be like on a dating app. Like, you need a validation from everyone.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I wouldn't do it. I just like, it's just difficult because again, it's like, what are we doing on this app then? Like, we're just doing it for fun.
Yeah.
All fun and games.
Yeah. So it's not like actually for the purpose of finding somebody to have a relationship with. Yeah.
Yeah. And I get there can be a little bit of both. Like, okay, I'm going on here to maybe meet someone, to then maybe date someone. I get that. Like, I'm not saying, oh, I'm going on here because I must find my next long-term relationship and I have to find the person I'm going to marry. That's what I'm saying. Like, you can go on dates and like not all dates are going to be good, but that's like the whole point of dating. But like, if you're just going on there just to like swipe right or left and like not even go on a singular date, then like, again, why are you on the app? Like, that's so weird.
Just to see what's out there, I guess. I don't know.
Well, there's not much out there, I'll tell you that. There's not much out there.
I remember feeling like there wasn't much out there when I was young. But yeah, I've seen that meme where it's like millennials feel like they got on the last boat out like before the war started or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, I kind of feel that way because I'm glad that I don't have to go through the dating that you're having to go through. I was very briefly on a dating app. I think it was Match for maybe like 2 months or something like that before Aaron and I like were exclusive. Went on one date, and I mean it was no drama, like nothing horrible to it. It was fine. Like, we met for drinks. I think we had like a drink or two, and I left, and I was just like, meh. No chemistry. Yeah. Fine, and that was like the end of it. But I can't imagine having to just like constantly fight through that. Yeah. The apps and the messaging and the like connections, and I don't know.
Well, I honestly haven't been. I haven't been on there much. It's just like, it's really exhausting. It's like one of those things. So like in college, I would just like meet guys from friends, or I would know them, and then that's how I would talk to them. But then leaving college, I went to grad school. I was like, I'm not dating anybody. I'm in grad school. I'm trying to like get this degree and get out and like, again, focus on my education. Then I came home, and I was home for a while, and I was like, I guess I'll go on a couple dates. So I did, but then I stopped because I was like, this is just like not very fun for me. Like, it's not very fun. And frankly, I have other people in my life I would rather focus on, like my family, my friends, the relationships that I currently have. I rather cultivate those than go on dates with like randos that I don't care about. Like, no offense to them, but like, I don't know you. Right. So I don't have like any stake in this like relationship. And then now I was like, I need to just like start doing it, because we've gone places like, but you know what? Guys don't come up and like talk to you like I thought about that. The last time I had, I think one guy, maybe two guys pay for my drinks in Nashville.
Mm-hmm.
That's the last time I've had a guy come up to me in public.
Wow.
To ask me like basically out. I've not had a guy come up since then.
That's pretty wild, because that was something that would happen commonly. Not even just like to get asked out, but just like, hey, can I buy you a drink? And we would hang out, even if it was like in a group, like my friend group, their friend group. We talk for a little while, and sometimes maybe that was the end of it, but at least there was like mingling, going on.
No. And it's not that guys don't ever do that anymore, because I do know of some people that's happened to them recently, but like guys don't like spending money on drinks for girls, because I think they feel like it's like they're being used, like it's like a weird thing. But I'm like, you're here, you're telling me you can't buy like a $6 drink for me? Yeah. Like that's a great way to strike up conversation. Like I will talk to you if you buy me a drink.
Yeah, and you're not being used. It's like your choice. It's not like girls are coming up to you and being like, hey, will you buy me a drink? And then walking away. Like if you want to go interact with them, that's an easy in.
I know. No, but I genuinely I've not had a guy come up to me in public. So it's like if I can't meet someone in public doing things, where am I supposed to meet them? Have to freaking use the apps. It's like a bad cycle. It's like if you can't meet them out in person, and like I get it. I think the best way is honestly like you have friends that have friends that then like introduce you to people. They're like, oh, and it's like also a good way to verify if they're like a good person or not. Mm-hmm. Because like with the apps, you have like no clue if they're like a certified like freak or if they're like a nice person. Like you don't know anything about them. Like you just know what their profile is telling you. But in person, it's like, oh, my friends are basically giving you a vote of confidence. Like, oh, this guy's nice. Like he's a good person. Then I'm way more likely to trust that.
Yeah. Every serious relationship I've been in has been with like a friend of a friend. Definitely like a safe feeling when you meet someone that way.
Well, and also it's just like it's an easy in because you could hang out in like a big group for the first time. You can get to know their personality. Then as you get to know them, if you're like, oh, I'm attracted to them, I definitely want to go on a date, like something can happen there. But like, I don't know. And I'm not one of those people who likes going up to guys myself personally and being like, do you want to go? Like, I'm just not that, I'm not bold enough for that. Like I really wish I was, but I'm just like not that person who's like gonna run up to a guy and be like, hey, because also at the same time, I don't care if this sounds like a little like backwards, but I'm like, you're supposed to do that with me. Yeah. Like I'm the prize. You get to have the prize. So if like you like me, you're going to come up to me. Why am I going to go up and beg you for a date? Like, and the thing is if a guy, I've like almost never turned down a date. Even if I don't know if I really like the guy, I will go on a first date with you. As long as you're not creepy, I will go on a date with you.
You heard it here first, y'all.
Yeah. I like it because the thing is like, first of all, it's not like just about rewarding the effort, but like it's, you put the effort in to come talk to me, do whatever. And I'm like, that's nice. Like you're putting yourself out there. Second of all, I'm like, I'm not above like trying something out just because I don't think it will work. Who knows? Yeah. Like I could go on this date and be like, oh, wow, he like blew me away. We had so much in common and it was a great date. So that's why I never turn a date down. But then like if no one's coming up and asking me.
Yeah. Then like, how are you supposed to do it?
Yeah.
I got to tell you this one hilarious story from when I was in my single dating days. So Angela and I were at this bar that we used to go to all the time. And my contact was like really bothering me. It was like had a rip in it. And so I was like, you know what? I can see well enough. It's fine. I'd take him out. I'd throw him in the trash can. And we go back out to the dance floor. And as we're going, I see this guy that I recognize. We used to call him Fanboy because we couldn't remember his name. And we knew he lived in the fan and we'd always see him out. So I went up to him and I was like, hey, so good to see you. Like I gave him a hug and like whatever. And then we walk away and Angela's like, Lauren, who the hell was that? And I was like, Fanboy. And she's like, no, that was not Fanboy. And I'm like, crap, I guess
Oh,
I
no.
don't see as well as I thought without my contacts in. But let me tell you, it was a winning strategy because that man like followed us kind of like around, came up to talk to us multiple times. So maybe you just need to pretend that you know him and hook, line, and sinker.
You know, I'm not above that. I'm not above that. My other thing, well, and I know my one friend does this. She brings a deck of cards to bars to play games. And I guess it's a good way to get guys to come up to you because they're like, what are you playing? And they can play. Or you can be like, do you guys want to come play with us? So that's like a good way to.
Yeah, that's a good opener.
Yeah.
And it's casual. It doesn't feel like, hey, I'm hitting on you. It's like, hey, come hang out with us for a little bit.
Yeah, literally. And she was saying too, it's like, even if you don't, it's just like a good way to make friends too. So she was like, that's how we've gone to know random guys. It's just because we're like, hey, you guys want to come play cards with us? Like do these random things. And yeah, it's like, again, and if they do have significant others too, it's not like you're like being weirdo.
Yeah.
Like,
you're not like crossing a line.
Yeah.
And they can even be like, no.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's like, if they're not saying no to you, they're saying no to like playing the game with you.
Yeah.
So it's like, whatever.
Yeah, I like that. That's a really good strategy. You need to do that.
I know. We were talking about that because we do have like decks of cards. I'm like, it's fun. It's like a chill way. But like, I actually need to like go out. Lately, I've like been at home. Like, I need to hit the streets of Richmond. But it is hard. Like, it's just, there's no like right way to do it, I guess.
Yeah.
Which sucks. But I also feel like men in general are just like not chivalrous or anything anymore. It's like really died down. Like the whole men used to go to war thing. It's funny, but it's true.
Yeah.
Tell me I'm wrong.
The reason it's funny is because there's some truth in it.
Yeah, I would say it's like 90% truthful. Like my favorite, there was like literally a shirt with it and I really wanted to get it. And it was like men used to go to war, but now they take gym selfies. And it's true. It's like, I want a more manly man, okay? Like everyone has like their own tastes, okay? But like men used to build things, fix things. Now what do?
They play fantasy sports.
Yeah, fantasy football.
Yeah, they have a fantasy team and they compete against other fantasy teams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they bet money. They want to make sure their parlay hits. Are you kidding me? You're spending like hours gambling your money away. What? Like, go fix something. Go build something. In all that time, you could learn to build something great.
You could learn a trade.
Build me a table. Like, show me that you love me. Build me something. Like, oh my gosh. No, it actually makes me so annoyed. Like, or they like just play video games like incessantly. Like 2K or like, I don't know. They wait for the new GTA to like drop. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Gross. Like, please. The joke stands because what? Like, I'll see videos all the time, like videos of men not getting up for like elderly women or like pregnant women. I've done that myself. If you don't do that as like a man, first of all, it's like not just even men, like I think women should do that too.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
But like men especially, like I'm like, you're a man, get up.
Yeah, you can stand.
Or like the booths. Why are you sitting on the booth side of the table at a restaurant?
That belongs to the ladies.
It's always the women. You sit in the like dingy little chair.
Yeah, that has no back.
Yeah, that like has no cushion and support. The women get the support side.
Yeah.
It's like, that sounds so stupid, but it's like
little
why?
things. Yeah, it's just like little things to show like a level of respect.
Yeah, for women.
Yeah.
A woman birthed you and you won't give another woman the side that's like cushy. Let her be cushy every once in a while.
I know. Let her butt be comfortable.
Yeah, because then she goes through 9 months of pain and then gives birth and then has to deal with that child for the rest of their life. Okay? Like they're strapped to them. They're clingy. I'm like, please. And it just sounds like so crazy, but I'm like, it's just like the disrespect. I think that's what gets me, is it's just like the blatant disrespect. I'm like, women used to be valued, loved,
treasured.
Yeah, seen as this like high value thing in society. And I just feel like, and as a result, like women did all these things, but like women now are expected to like clean the house, have kids, but we're also expected to work and do all these 5,000 other things. And I'm like, oh, wait. Like, I'm all for women working and doing all those things or being like a stay-at-home mom. But like, when did all of our responsibilities become everything? Like, all of it.
Yeah.
And you just get to work and then do like nothing. And then, but you expect like a woman to do all those like traditional things for you. No, our like grandmothers were not working and cleaning and doing all those things. They were stay-at-home moms.
Yeah, they're homemakers.
Yes. And I'm like, you can have one or the other, but you can't expect like
the women take on everything. Yeah, that's a struggle too with like female empowerment. Like, I am all for it. Like, you can choose to do however much you want, but I think the crazy thing is that we now are expected to do it all. And it's like, we can't do it all. Like, moms are supposed to be superheroes. And we're like, we're not. That's the biggest lie that has been ever told to women. Like, you can do it all. No, you can't. And that's okay.
Yeah. No, I had a mentor from work tell me that. Straight up say, if you think you can do everything, you're wrong. And she was like, I have to sacrifice things daily. I'm not always the best mom, wife, employee, tennis player, all these different things. She's like, I can't be all of that at once. I can pick 2 to 3 things that I can be the best at one time. And she's like, and that's what I have to do. And I was like, that was so eye-opening to me, because I was like, yeah, they sell you like this dream of like, but like, we're human.
Yeah.
And we get tired and we get overwhelmed. And so it's like, you can't do everything, and that's okay.
And don't buy into that belief or that saying like, you have the same amount of hours in the day as Beyonce. No, you don't, because she has a full team helping her, and she has nannies, and she has cooks, and it's not the same.
No. But I think that's what just frustrates me, is I feel like the level for men and what their expectations have gone to the floor.
Yeah.
But women's expectations have gone to the ceiling. And I'm like, that's just so unfair, because I just truly want like a partner who like brings something to the table. And I shouldn't have to be doing everything by myself.
Yeah.
Like, that's just not cool. And the whole men used to go to war. I'm like, yeah, like, men expect everything from women, but then where are their expectations for themselves?
Yeah.
Non-existent.
Apparently.
This is, I can't. It actually like, it just frustrates me. And I feel like a lot of girls my age feel that same frustration when I talk to them. They just feel like alone. They're, super successful in all these things. And they're like, I just want someone who is like funny and nice and understands me and is like hardworking. And I'm like, so you're asking for the bare minimum?
Yeah.
You're asking for the bare minimum. Because and that's the same thing with me. Like, people ask me, they're like, what's your type? Like, am I expecting too much? And I'm like, someone who's funny, ideally like smart. I mean, if they were smarter than me, that'd be like even a plus, because I feel like I need someone to honestly carry me sometimes. But like, smarter, just genuinely like a nice person, as we were talking about, like someone who just like looks out for me.
Yeah, like a partner, an equal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's really, I don't think that's asking for a lot.
No, that's not.
And so that's where I get frustrated, because I'm like, come on, dudes, like, do better.
It's time to step it up.
Do better, please. I would beg. Like, and the thing is like, it's like, at what point do you start giving things up? Because I feel like I'm at that point where it's like, what am I okay with like doing without? And what are things that I like cannot do without? Because your expectations can only be like so high.
I don't know. I think you don't compromise on any of those things.
No, not any of those things. I think there's other things that I've kind of just started to let go.
Oh,
because I'm like, these are not things that
really matter when it comes
really
down
matter.
to it. Yeah.
I mean, there's certain things that really matter, like getting along with my family. That's like a basic one. Hopefully they like Mexican food. Well, honestly, they better. Like, you have to like tamales, otherwise you're getting kicked out of the freaking family. You have to make those every year. Like, that's just, it's a rite of passage.
It is.
But like things like that, other than that, I'm like, I care less and less about what you look like, honestly.
Yeah.
If they just like have a sweet face too, I'm kind of starting to be drawn to that. And like, do they just like, they have like a sweet face?
They
and
just like look kind.
You look kind, like you have kind eyes and stuff. I'm like, I kind of am drawn to that more and more, because I feel like when I was younger, not that I was like, oh, you have to look like a certain thing, because again, all the guys I dated were kind of like, they've been all over the place, but I would just say that I cared way more about like their physical appearance, and then later found out that their personality like sucked.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, actually, I don't want that. Because then you have to live with that forever. I feel bad for girls that are like in a relationship and they just like feel like they can't leave because they're like in this relationship and they've invested so much time and effort into it, and their boyfriend freaking sucks.
Yeah.
I don't want to be that girl.
No.
I don't want to be the one that like all my friends secretly talk bad about me, and they're like, well, not bad about me, but about my boyfriend.
Yeah,
being
about
like,
your relationship.
Yeah, her boyfriend sucks. He treats her terribly.
Yeah, he brings nothing to the table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like nightmare fuel. That's like one of my worst fears.
Well, I think you'll be fine.
I mean, obviously, I'm not even dating anyone right now. Not really. Sorry, Ginger Red. But like, I'm really not. So it's kind of just like we're going with the flow, and it's all good.
Yeah.
But I thought we could play a little game.
Okay.
As someone who's more seasoned, who has maybe a different view from me.
Okay.
Red flag versus green flag.
Okay.
So
I purposely like did not read these.
Yes. And I made
avoided
them pretty generic. And so hopefully you guys can decide yourselves whether they're red flag or green flag. Okay. The first one. He calls his mom every day. Green flag or red flag?
I have follow-up questions.
Yeah,
though.
I know.
Like, how many times a day? Like, what is the length of the conversation? Like, what is the content of the conversation? I think in general, I'm going to say green flag, because we love someone who values family and loves his parents. That's good. But I would, be interested in some follow-up information to truly like make a call.
I totally agree. My least favorite men are like mama's boys. And that sounds like so bad, but like there's a line. You can love your mom and be close with your mom and not be a mama's boy. Like, I have to call and get approval for every single little thing. Like, I'm like, that's enmeshment.
Yeah. And that also is hard, like in your relationship going forward. Like, you don't need a third person kind of like dictating your relationship.
In your relationship?
Yeah.
I'm marrying you. I'm not marrying your mom.
Well, you kind of are.
Yeah. Well, in a way. But
but you don't want her in the middle of the marriage.
Yeah.
Yeah. You marry the family. You
marry the family to an extent. I just don't want someone like dictating.
Yeah.
Like,
you just want someone with boundaries.
Yeah. Yeah. Healthy boundaries. Mm-hmm. Okay, next one. He Venmo requests you for a $3 coffee after a date.
Red. Yeah, that's a no-go. Like, I'm cool with splitting, like, whatever. But if, like, we didn't discuss it and then you just, like, Venmo request me, I'd be like, what the hell? Like, what's wrong with you?
I would assume you were trying to make you look good in front of everybody else.
Yeah, by paying,
but then being like requesting me later. So yeah, that's like a huge red flag.
Yeah.
Also, I am traditional. You must pay on the first date. If you do not pay on the first date, I don't consider it a date. It's just two friends. We're just two buddies meeting up. Yeah. Like, the first date, at least you need to pay. After that, like, I'm open to splitting. But the first date, I'm like, you best be paying for me.
Do you go for the wallet though?
I do. I'll do a little like fake reach.
Yeah, I feel like it's only right to at least pretend to go for the wallet.
No, you have to be like, can I? Oh, thank you so much. Like, that's so sweet. That's so sweet. Yeah, you have to gas him up. You have to make him feel good. But like, yeah, no, I will do like a fake reach or be like, can I like help pay for? I typically say like help. Mm-hmm. 'Cause I'm like, whatever. But Yeah. No, I will do it because it's the polite thing to do.
It is polite, yeah.
Like,
it
you
is
can't-
also the polite thing for him to say, no, I got it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. Again, you're taking this out. I'm the prize.
Don't you forget it.
Remember that. Okay. Their main form of flirting is bullying.
Oh, no, that's a red. Yeah.
I was wondering because some people love being bullied.
Yeah, I do not like being bullied. Aaron and I struggle with this sometimes because he enjoys a good ribbing session, and I have had to tell him, like, okay, like, I'm good for it for a little bit, but like, if you keep on, you're going to get to a point where I'm upset. And like, you have to know how to toe that line. And he's like, well, it's because you didn't grow up with siblings, whatever. I'm like, okay, fine. But that's just like who I am. And you need to, like, if you love and respect me, you just need to know where it's fun and then where you're starting to cross the line. So no, that would be a hard no for me.
I agree. I don't like being, I mean, I like some slight sassy,
playful
flirting.
banter, like good.
Yeah. Like, you can make fun of me a little bit, but like, yeah, it's true. Like, at a certain, there is like a line.
Yeah.
Where it's like, if you're starting to talk about like my appearance, you're getting like there, I'm like, oh, let's maybe refrain from that. There's like some stuff that, yeah, it's not always my favorite either. At least, especially when you first get to know somebody.
Yes, you have to be fully comfortable with them before that happens, because otherwise it's like, why are you being a jerk?
Yeah. Yeah. I think there's, again, like that line, because you can come across just too strong.
Yeah.
If you're not careful. So, okay. He calls his group of guy friends the boys.
I mean, kind of cringe, I guess. But I don't think that's either a red or a green. I think it just is,
Yeah.
Like, I think that's neutral.
Yeah,
I don't have a strong feeling about that. It's fine.
No, I agree with that. It's like, when you hear it, you're like, ooh.
You're like, okay.
I don't love it, but like, it's like me and my friend, like the girls, like, I don't know. We went out, like, I don't know. I don't think much of it.
Yeah.
It's like so ingrained in them.
Yeah, it's whatever.
It's fine. Okay, they still use their college email for everything.
Are you living in the past, friend? Or are you doing it for the discounts? Because I will tell you that I used my college email until they shut that baby down, because I could get like the Apple discount. I could get discounts like H&M. You can get a student discount there. Oh yeah. You just have to like verify through your student email if you still have one. But I didn't use it for everything. Like, I used it strategically. How far out of college are we?
If you don't know, this is just an open-ended one.
I guess I'll say red. I don't know. I mean, if it was like a year or two out of college, I don't really, like, whatever. After that, it's like
a little weird.
Yeah, it gets a little weird. Like, it might be time to upgrade to a Gmail.
Yeah. No, I agree. But also, like, how are you going to college, like, not having a Gmail before that? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think, did I? I don't know. But I'm also a dinosaur, so I probably had like an AOL before I went to college.
That's true. The fact that AOL is still bumping is crazy.
Is it bumping?
I mean, not really, but it still exists.
It's slowly dying. Yeah.
It exists. That's what's crazy to me. I'm like, that thing still exists. No, I think that's real. I feel like discounts in the good. You're in the green. Otherwise, like, why are you using that bad boy? Yeah. I have mine, but I've also done it for that purpose, like discounts, or I've just like accidentally logged back in because I have it on my phone. But
yeah, I used to use mine for like all my promotional things. Okay. Like, when you sign up for a website and they're like, yeah, give us your email and we'll give you a 20% off coupon. Like, I would always use that one because that's not like my main one.
Yeah.
So it served its purpose.
That's smart. That's a good workaround. Okay. He shows up to brunch and only orders a water.
Why? What were you doing? Did you eat already? Like, this is a date?
Yes.
Yeah, no, red. Like, why? I understand if you don't want to have like a cocktail, like, yeah, you do you, boo. But like, you're not going to eat anything. You're just going to watch me eat. Now that's really uncomfortable. Like, I'm not a show.
No, I barely eat on dates. And it's not because I'm trying to look skinny, but it's because I'm talking.
Yeah. It's hard to talk, carry on a conversation while eating, and also just like not getting food and stuff like in your teeth, on your clothes. Like it's an awkward thing. That's why in The Bachelor, they don't eat. They always eat before they go on those dinner dates, and they just bring out the food and make it look like they're on a dinner date. But no, those people have already eaten.
That's why everything's more romantic, because they've never seen each other eat. Have you tried to shovel food in your mouth?
Yeah. Have you ever eaten a rib or like a hot wing
sushi
with a date?
Yeah.
Like there's nothing sexy about biting into a piece of meat.
No, sorry. I think about all my dinner dates, and I'm like, I was so awkward because I'm like trying to like cute, silly, like eat and like cover my mouth, and the whole things are like dropping. Yeah, it's terrible. It's actually awful. Well, also you're like sitting across from each other. So you're like basically interviewing one another. You're like, and you're like between the table. And so you're staring at each other eat.
Yeah.
Like at least if you were
awkward.
next to each other, like you're not staring at each other's faces. But that's...
Do you like sitting next to each other? No. Okay. Yeah. That's a no for me, dog. I prefer to be across from the person I'm talking to.
Yeah.
Like people who sit on the same side of the table, I don't get it.
No, I don't either. It's different if it's like a booth and you're like sitting near each other. But like if you're just like at a regular table...
Even if you're at a booth. So you're at a booth and there's 2 empty seats on the other side and you're sitting both on the same side?
I was thinking more like one of those corner booth.
Okay,
situation.
so like a U.
Circular, yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
But otherwise, no.
That's a little awk.
All right, last one. They have no social media.
Are you hiding something? I'm going to say that's beige too, because I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. Like maybe they're just not into social media, and that's cool.
Yeah.
Like I'm good with that. But it does make me wonder, are you hiding something?
That's fair.
Yeah. Do you have a criminal record that you don't want people knowing about? You had to disappear for a few years?
I've never thought of it that way. I would say green flag for me, because like you're probably off doing hobbies, doing other things better than me.
Yeah.
Better than me. Also, like, I don't know. I think it would be nice. Like we're both so on social media.
Yeah.
I think I would actually appreciate someone who's like not
into
on it.
Yeah. I mean, like Aaron has social media, but he posts like once a year.
Yeah.
But then you can't like go and cyber stalk either. Like I would want to go, you're dating someone, you want to go see like what you've been posting.
Cyber stalking people.
Yeah.
I do it probably before all of my dates. Like, okay, well also this is like gonna actually make me sound insane, but you can use Google Lens to like look people up, backtrack it. So I'll sometimes like screenshot their photo because you don't know their last name. Then you can use Google Lens
you're dropping some tea.
And then you can like search them back
and find out more information about them.
Yeah, it doesn't always work depending on if their like social media is private or whatever, but sometimes it'll even like it'll link to like an old high school or something, and then you can be like, okay, now I have their first and last name, and then using that information.
Yeah. This is actually smart information, like just to make sure that these people aren't like criminals.
Yeah, no, I mean, I kind of like to know. I'm like, I'll find a way to like find your their family members to like make sure, like, I'm curious. I'm like, are you like a good person? What's that all look like? Mm-hmm. Or are you going to kill me? Because that is like a thing. I've only gone on I don't even know how many Hinge dates. Not that many. Probably like 4 Hinge dates. Mm-hmm. I don't go on a lot. Like with those same guys, like 4 different guys, Hinge dates. And part of it was because I was like, I don't want to get like murdered. Yeah. And my body like tossed somewhere. So.
Yeah, that's always a fear of mine. I think I've just listened to too many like true crime podcasts. Aaron will be driving and he starts taking a country road and I'm like, I've never been this way before. Yeah. Where are you taking me? You trying to kill me and dump me in the woods? Yeah. We literally have this conversation all the time and he's like cracking up laughing. He's like, you're crazy. And I'm like, you haven't listened to enough true crime.
Yeah, the paranoia
like, this is how it happens.
Literally. No, it's all fun games until it's not. Yeah. Like literally.
Like, oh, this is pretty. Am I going to die here?
Yeah. I mean, at least it'd be pretty, I guess.
Let my body rest in peace in this beautiful location.
Wow, this got dark really quick.
Okay, speaking of dark though, have you ever been on like a truly horrible Hinge date or like any dating app date?
Yes. Well, okay, this wasn't a app date at all. But
Okay.
So this happened during COVID, like around. So a guy, I was working at Dick's at the time. Okay. It's like working retail. Yeah. And I think this guy came up to me and he was asking like suggestions for, I don't know, his mom, someone. So I was like helping him pick out some stuff, whatever. And then he basically finally was like, okay, don't get mad at me. I'm not actually asking about this. I just really wanted an excuse to come talk to you and ask you on a date. And I thought that was so cute and clever. And I was like, I'm so going on this date with this guy. Cause like, also again, I just love basic minimal effort. I'm like, oh, he came up and talked to me and asked me on a date while I'm working and looking gross. So like, yes, I will go on a date with you. This is like about COVID era. So there's like only so many places, you know, like you can go and like things you can do. But so he tells me to meet him at this Starbucks. I think it's like a regular Starbucks. I'm like, oh, cool. Like we'll grab like a coffee, a tea, whatever. No, it's a Starbucks in a Target. So I'm like, immediately, I'm like, did I get the right place? Like I'm texting him, whatever, we go. So then we're there and we're just like, we get this, but like there's no chairs or places for us to sit.
Oh no.
So I'm like, this man did like not think this through.
Yeah.
Or like,
did he look up? Did he know that it was in a Target?
I have no clue.
I wonder if it was just an accident and then he was stuck there and like, this sucks.
I don't know. But like he was like from this area and like I wasn't. So I was like, I feel like you would know, but like who knows?
Yeah.
So then we're like walking around Target with our drinks. I'm like, wow, this is like so romantic. Like this could not go any better. And the whole time this conversation is just like, I don't know. It's just like giving weird. Like I'm like, this guy is a bit of a weirdo. He's just like a little bit of weirdo. So like then we walk, at this point we like finally go back to our cars. I'm getting in my car. He gets in the car with me.
What?
And I'm literally like, kind of like internally like, why are you getting in my car?
Yeah.
Like you're freaking me out and like this is a weirdo move.
Yeah.
And he doesn't do anything crazy. He literally just like keeps talking to me and stuff. And then until he leaves and he just like gets out of the car. Safe to say, I never contacted him. Like he texted me. I did not text him back. I was like, this was the weirdest date I've ever been on.
Yeah.
Terrible experience. 10 out of 10 do not recommend. But like, I literally was like, why are you getting in my car?
Yeah, that would have like sent some alarm bells off in my head. Like, why?
Yeah, no, it was just weird. It was just weird. And then he got into his car. But like, why are you getting in my car? Like, I thought we were ending the conversation.
Yeah.
And then that's when he got in the car. And I was like,
he wasn't done yet.
No,
he had more to tell you.
No, yeah, he just wanted to keep talking to me. And I'm like, this is so weird. And like, again, I know in a like retrospect, that's not like the worst date that ever could have happened. But it's enough for me to like, that was scarring. It was still traumatizing.
That's a little scary.
Yeah, I'm okay.
That's super creepy.
Yeah, like what a weirdo.
Yeah.
It's all right. Hope he's doing well though.
Yeah. Thoughts and prayers to Target Starbucks man.
Yeah.
Hopefully he figured out that that's maybe not the best place for a first date.
No, I get it. Like there was like only there was enough stuff though. We could have gone to like a restaurant or another coffee shop or literally anything. Like things were open. It wasn't like everything was closed. But I'm like, why there? That whole thing, just like.
Did you buy anything at Target?
No. We were just walking and like the employees were like looking at us and I'm like, I feel like they know, like that we know, like this is weird and like, I don't know. The whole thing just like, I don't know. I felt like I was in like a fever dream and it was just like really bad.
Yeah.
And I was like trying to find a way to like get out. And so yeah, that happened. And I've been on way better dates ever since then. Like all of my dates, even if they haven't been like, oh, we're like, I'm like, oh, maybe we're not going to date after this. I've been like, they've been fine. They've been like normal. So yeah.
Rip to that guy.
R.I.P.
Hopefully he learned a lesson.
Yeah.
Speaking of some horrible dates, I went to one of our favorite sources of unhinged information, Reddit.
Yeah.
And under the Hinge app, there were some gems of people telling about their dates. All right, so I'm going to read you this one and you can tell me what you think about it. Okay. I had a date with a girl, I believe it was on Tinder, and our first date was me inviting her to a friend's New Year's Eve party. She shows up already pretty drunk. We had a few drinks at my house before heading over to the party. The girl proceeds to get unbelievably drunk and ends up getting kicked out of the party. However, she refuses to leave without me and claims her purse is at my house. I order this girl an Uber, but she refuses to get in without me, so I do as she is drunkenly demanding, screaming, crying, yelling, everything. It was embarrassing. We go back to my house. It turns out her purse wasn't there at all. It was actually in her car. I ask her to leave because it's already been a horrible date. She initially refuses because now it turns out she left her jacket at my friend's house. We go back and forth for some time. I continue to offer her an Uber to her house. Then she starts telling me that I robbed her because I stole her jacket and how I'm holding her prisoner. Then she says she wants her father to pick her up, which is great as long as you leave. I start straightening up my house while she calls her father, and I'm cleaning up the table and notice she's standing in the corner of the kitchen and I see her reaching for a knife. She brings it to her wrist. I sprint for her and wrestle the knife out of her hand. She's crying hysterically. I'm able to get a hold of the phone and call 911. I stayed on the line with the dispatcher until the cops showed up. About 5 minutes later, 5 officers showed up, weapons drawn. I pushed myself off her and got my hands up immediately. At this point, I'm scared shitless, and I think I'm about to go to jail for this date. She ends up telling the police that I'm a great guy and I didn't do anything wrong. She gets hauled off in an ambulance. This was the worst date I've ever had. The icing on the cake is that her dad follows up the next day to get her car. He gives me a $50 gift card to a local bar and says, "Hey, sorry for your trouble. She's been off her medication and has been having issues."
Oh my gosh, she had a straight mental break.
Yeah.
On the date.
On the date.
Honestly, that's actually the worst date, that I've ever heard of. Mm-hmm. Not her getting so drunk and then that part, I was like, oh, that's terrible. But not her literally getting a knife and trying to hurt herself in his own house.
Yeah.
I don't know who to feel like more sorry for, her or him.
Yeah.
Because like
both.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just bad all around.
No, that's terrible. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. It would make me want to swear off dating apps. It'd be like, I can't trust these people.
Yeah, no, you don't know anybody. Well, first of all, I would not be inviting anyone over to my house for like the first date. They can stay away from there. But like, yeah, her being off her medication, hope she gets help.
I know.
Mine's so short and like nothing like that. But like,
okay.
It's literally just this person had a surfing date with a guy once. And when we were done, we sat on his tailgate. He asked if I minded if he smoked. I told him I didn't mind. This dude pulled out a crack pipe and lit it up. Definitely not a second date.
Wow. That's ballsy. I mean, yeah, I guess he asked. She just didn't ask smoke what? Mm-hmm.
You know, no, but I feel like that's so manipulative. He said, "Do you mind if I smoke?" Her thinking like a cigarette.
Cigarette, maybe some weed.
Yeah. No, straight crack pipe out after this surfing date. First of all, again, this is probably like a man who's actually addicted because there's no way someone in their like right mind would be
like, oh, it's a first date. Or maybe he just is like, you know, lets it all hang out there. And he's like, I want her to see who I really am. This is me.
I don't know, but I would be scarred after that too. Like that's like a wild first date moment.
Yeah.
That's enough. Short and sweet to the point, but scary.
Okay. I have another one. All right. I met a guy for a coffee date at a spot with food trucks. Told him I only had an hour, but let's meet and see if there's a connection. He ends up ordering a giant plate of barbecue, eats the whole thing in front of me, asks if he can walk me to my car, but stops to use the bathroom and very obviously goes number 2. So basically he made me watch him eat and then wait as he took a shit. I should have just left.
Oh my gosh. That's hilarious as well, but that's...
But what would you do? Like, I'm sorry, my manners would not have just let me walk away from that bathroom. I would have had to stand there and wait until he came out.
Yes.
And then been like, okay, bye.
Yeah. No, that's so weird though. Like, I don't know. This is like, some people are a little too comfortable. Mm-hmm. They're a little too comfortable. It's a first date. Again, like, yeah, you're not, I think people forget, like, it's not that you can't be honest and like show your true self, but like, maybe hide away parts of yourself for the first date. Like, don't show your worst parts of yourself on the first date. Like, let's get to know each other on their basic level first, and then on the next date, you can like slowly unveil. But, you know, to each their own. Mm-hmm. Okay. So this guy went on a date with this girl because his friends kind of linked him up on the date. There was no sparks flying, but they kind of went on a coffee date, and then they were at the mall for shopping. He does say this was like about 10 years ago at that point, so given the context. But on their way out of the shopping mall, there was like this huge ice rink, and she just like really wanted to go. And he wants to like preface it that he's like 6'4", beanpole, very bad at balancing. But she seemed like very into it, and so he was like, okay, like, all right, it'd be fun, it'd be like a good laugh. Mm-hmm. So within 5 minutes of being on the rink, he slips and sprains his wrist and ankle, and he has to be carried off by other skaters. So he gets put on a bench, and he has a bag of ice, and she leaves him by himself while she decides to go back out on the rink and keep skating. And he was like, no sense in wasting the money spent, I guess. And as he's watching her skate, she's being talkative and flirty with another skater.
Oh my gosh.
Doesn't even look his way, continues on, and then she leaves him there with this other skater while he's by the bench, and he has to limp his way home.
That is so sad.
So sad, but also like wild from her part, like on her part.
Yes. What is wrong with you?
Yeah, like that's not even like decent human being like things. Like if you see someone get hurt, you would hopefully like help them out and help them get to their car, like help them, you know,
figure out a way to get home if they couldn't drive.
Yes.
Like, come on, this was your idea.
I know. She ditched him for another dude right in front of his face.
Wow. I guess his lack of ice skating skills was the deal breaker.
I guess so. But like also, that's just, that one was wild to me.
Yeah. That's embarrassing.
Well, hopefully you guys are going on better dates
than these people.
Yeah. Or
these sad people.
Yeah. And then also, or just in great relationships.
Yeah.
One or the other. And for you all that are in good relationships, I hope you send some of those good vibes in my direction and all of your single friends as well.
Mm-hmm. Sprinkle the single friends with some love.
Yeah. Well, if anything, you learned men used to go to war and now they take gym selfies.
And we'll call that a wrap for today's episode. Thank you so much for tuning in, listening to us. Be sure to rate us 5 stars. And while you wait for the next drop, you can follow us on social. We are at Situationship. Sorry, I'm like just taking over your job.
No,
like you don't get to speak.
I know.
It's me.
Yeah, you can
at Situationship. At TikTok and on Instagram.
And you can also follow our
at Lauren M. Dix.
You can also follow our personals on Instagram and TikTok at Morgan Ashley Chauvin
and at Lauren M. Dix. We'll see you next time.
Bye.